In this video, we'll be discussing the new OP-04 leaders and ranking them on a tier list. And if you didn't know by now who the guest is, why don't we let him introduce himself?
Hello everyone, my name is Ashraf. You may know me as Ashraf the Chest. I have a YouTube channel talking about One Piece card game. And yeah, thank you Noah for inviting me on your channel to talk about the new OP-04 leaders. Really excited about that.
It's a pleasure to have you on the channel. So let's talk a little about the leaders. For OP-04, instead of 8 leaders, we are only getting 6 and they're all dual colored. Also, as of recording this video, the full list of OP-04 is not out yet. We might also talk a little about the new cards that were recently revealed. So Ashraf, what do you think of the 6 leaders and them being dual colored?
I think it's really interesting that they chose this set for them to be all dual colored. And I think it's, quite a good step in the right direction, because like monocolored leaders have been really strong in the past few OP-01, OP-02 and OP-03. So giving like access to different card pools with multicolored leaders and like new color combinations such as like blue and yellow, green and purple makes for more like deck building opportunities. So that's really exciting. And yeah, I like that it's 6 leaders, because then it means there's 2 less alternate arts to collect for me. So I'm happy about that.
So before we start the tier list, I'll just include the leader's ability on screen when we are talking about it. And yeah, let's not keep the viewers waiting. We'll take turns ranking them. So maybe why not you take the first one, starting with Queen.
Okay, so Queen is first. Yeah, Queen is one of those leaders that remind me a lot of Black Yellow Big Mom. It's not a like an early game leader, it's a late game leader. And its ability is strong, like it's Dawn 1, Draw 1 if you fulfill the conditions of the ability. And then you get an additional perk if you have a, cost 8 or higher?
8 cost or higher.
Yeah, so I would put it at, for now, for my ranking as of now, I think I'll put it at B, which is I think the same rank that, or is it A? I'm not sure. I might put it like it's like a high B, low A, because I think the new cards like Yamato and the newly revealed SR Kaido is going to push this deck like really far forward. But it is still a multicolored leader. It's still a really it takes a while to set up, and if other decks like, for example, like Zoro, Law, like the very aggressive decks can rush you down really fast, then it's hard for you to set up. But once you set up, then I think you're in for a good game. So because of that, I'm going to put it at B first, but depending on the list and depending on, of course, the skill level of the player, I think can easily go up to a very high A. But for now, I'll just put it at B, safe, conservative B tier.
For myself, I'll put it at high C. Reason being is even though blue has a lot of powerful event triggers and yellow has the ability to heal, they don't really have the option of stacking your life or checking your life other than 4 cost category. So I feel that these 2 colors doesn't really match well. But yeah, like you mentioned, the ability is really strong, allowing you to heal every time you attack. As long as you have an 8 cost or higher character. And to fulfill the condition is actually quite easy, especially if you're playing the Impel Down Luffy. You can discard 2 cards and then making your hand size smaller.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about like including like Impel Down strategies inside. Yeah, with Luffy it'll be easy to just get yourself to a low hand count.
Yeah, but as of now, I ranked it at high C. It's because you need to have an 8 cost or higher on the field to heal, and if you are focusing on that aspect of the ability, I believe you'll be playing a lot of 8 cost or higher, and in turn it might get stuck in your hand. So I think you might have some dead draws.
That's true. It's a very good point. Yeah.
So for now, I'll put it at C, high C.
Alright. I'm like excited because blue and yellow, very interesting combination of colors for sure. But yeah, I think that's great. Like B, C, I think Queen is gonna be there.
Yeah, I think for now it will be at C, but definitely after the full list is out, it might even go higher than C. Okay, next, moving on to our next leader. I believe you are excited for this leader, and it's none other than Nefertari Vivi.
Hey, Vivi. Okay, so am I gonna rate it? Okay, I'm gonna put. Okay, even though I'm really excited about Vivi, I'm not gonna put it at A just yet. I still think it's a B leader, so I'm gonna put it at B. Still, high B. None of the leaders today is going to be at C or D for me. I think the abilities of the leaders are quite strong. But reason why I put it at B is because I cannot evaluate. Similar to like Rebecca later on, the leader cannot attack. Even though it starts with 5 life, having a leader that cannot attack may kind of make it like just dead on. The ability is strong, but not gonna be wrong. But like, does it like, will you miss that one additional attack from a leader? That's kind of what I want to observe in the OP-04 metagame first. But giving something rush, oh my god, and get to draw one as well. Late game, it's gonna be really, really good. Early game, you get like one free draw if you don't want to give anything rush. And she single-handedly makes Nico Robin an option, a playable option now. Yeah, I'm excited about Vivi. I think color combination wise, I've been waiting for a blue and red leader for a while. And I'm glad it goes to Vivi because, it's like pseudo Straw Hat plus Alabaster. She's one of the leaders that I'm excited to actually play in OP-04. But I'll put it at B for now.
Okay, for me, I think you might not like it, but I'm actually putting it at C under Queen. Okay, the first reason is like you mentioned, she cannot attack, so you're missing out on one attack. And then similar to Red Black Garb, they don't really match well. So red and blue, I don't see a synergy right now, as of now. But I do agree that the effect is really strong, being able to draw one on your first turn going second, and then giving something rush. And also the color combination of red and blue means you can play the Straw Hat package with Nami being able to search out for Impel Down Luffy or even Blue Jinbei. And all the strong event cards are Straw Hats.
Oh, that's true, right.
Yeah. And being at 5 life is great and all, but compared to Queen can at least attack on your second turn. But with Vivi, I believe you are missing out on an attack on your second turn. So because of that, I put it at C. But of course, like every other leaders in this list today, it has potential to be higher than what we rate right now.
Yeah, that's cool. It's remember the blue event card that you love to play, the 4 cost. Was it like
3,000 worlds?
3,000 worlds. Yeah, that is a Straw Hat crew archetype, is it? So
right.
yeah, that it is searchable by Nami. Then okay, yeah, that makes it even better. I wasn't even thinking about the blue events. It was just strictly thinking about like the ability. Yeah, and then when you mentioned Jinbei, I was like, oh yeah, that's a few Straw Hat stuff characters in blue. That's cool. Okay, that's great.
You know about the new event that was revealed in OP-04, the one that bottom decks any level, any cost. Yeah, that's
Red
Straw
Rock.
Hat. Yeah, Red Rock. It's a Straw Hat event, so it's searchable off Nami.
Oh my god, that's so good. That is good.
And your whole deck having Rush is potentially really strong, but Dawn management will have to come in play.
That's true. Actually, yeah, you're right about that. Like, having to like delegate 2 just for something to get Rush makes it like very limited. You can't play like I mean, I wouldn't know if you were included in, but like when you get like freely, because it's like 9 cost, you can't give it Rush. But there's the 8 cost Luffy 9,000 power with Banish. I think that's potentially something that you can play with Vivi, but it's just a one thing that's attacking, and you may want to open up some Dawns for counters or something like that. But yeah, I can see why you're ranking it at a C. Maybe I should drop it out, but I think I'll put it at B for now because it's Vivi.
Oh, I just thought of something as we were discussing about Vivi. I think it really pairs well with Impel Down Luffy, because Luffy on play you can discard 2 cards and then you bounce something and it gets double attack. So you can play.
You can give it Rush.
You can give it Rush and then you draw a card from Vivi's effect. So essentially you're just discarding 1 to activate Luffy's ability to bounce cost 4 or lower. So, and it's also a straw hat. You can search off Nami.
Yeah, that is actually really good. Like, it essentially turning on a rush double attacker, only discarding 1
Yeah.
for what, 7 costs? I mean 9. Yeah, how much is Luffy?
8 Dawn.
8.
Yeah.
8 Dawn total. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. You still can leave up 2 Dawn for like events. Okay.
So many possibilities right now.
Yeah, I'm excited for Vivi. Hopefully, like, you know, those leaders that cannot attack, hopefully they perform better than they will. But, you know, we have to wait to see like how the meta converges before we can properly evaluate. Because like we've seen this ability on Iceberg, and Iceberg is not making any impact on OP-03. So
Right.
yeah. Okay. Well, what's next?
Okay, next will be my main man himself. That would be green purple Doflamingo. So maybe I'll start this off.
Yeah,
Doflamingo, I'll rate it at high A. High A. Being able to fully use your Dawn on your turn and get 2 Dawns at the end of your turn is really strong. It gives you the defensive capability, which purple is really strong, with events such as Hell's Judgment, Hollow Breath, and even having 2 Dawns up at the end of the turn means you can play your Punk Gibson, which green has access to. And overall, I feel that this deck will be really strong defensively, and you have cards in green such as your Kit, 8 cost Kit, as well as other strong support cards from green, all the tapping shenanigans and stuff. So I'm putting it
100%.
A.
Nice. Okay, so I am right there with you, man. I agree 100%. Doflamingo is 100% going to be a very strong leader. Right now, I'll put it at A. I think once the list has kind of like been solved by like all the pro players or whatever, and you know, like at the hands of a really skilled player, this is easily like could be S, because like just having to you know, using up all your Dawn and then getting 2 Dawns back makes it so, like what you mentioned, all the event cards in purple like Hell's Judgment and in green like Punk Gibson, they are extremely strong. And then combining it with the new SRs like Sugar and of course the 10 cost Doflamingo, that one's going to be like, you play like a 10 cost Doflamingo, you prevent like what, Birdcage, or prevent your opponent characters or leader from attacking next turn, and you still get 2 Dawn back. I think that's going to be one of the more annoying plays in the next meta game. And you can combine it with Eustace Kid as well. So green, purple, strong. I mean, it's Doflamingo, so I'm glad that he has a decent and like essentially a really strong ability.
Yeah, and what I'm excited about this color combination is the potential to play film cards, which we got in green, and as well as the film starter deck, which is the purple film deck. So you can essentially just combine them into one. So
Buena Fiesta as a searcher.
Yeah, and then you have the Nami, the 3 cost Nami to search out your Buena Fiesta and all your other cards in the deck. So really good. Excited for this combination. But definitely I'll be playing a stronger version of Doffy. I believe that film package should be just like something you would bring to casuals or even your locals. Nothing high level, but I believe it should be fun for those film lovers. Multas.
Yeah, that's true. I think, yeah, the great thing about Doflamingo is that you can build it however you want. You want to go pure Don't Kill Day Pirates, you want to go like more control with like purple stuff, or like what you mentioned, can make it film, and it's just a versatile leader. Can't wait to see what people make with Doflamingo. Definitely, I feel like it's a day one leader for most people because Doflamingo is a very popular character as well. Yeah, I'm excited. Green, purple, awesome.
Okay, next we are looking at our purple yellow Crocodile. Maybe you want to rank this first.
Okay, so can you refresh me on his ability, just in case? Wait, let me.
Its ability is.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
Bring. Okay.
Where when you return Dawn from your field to the Dawn deck through one of your effects on your opponent's turn, then you can get 1 Dawn back. So, I think this is actually a very interesting leader. I think it could be quite strong because of that. And like I know we want to base it on its ability, but that one card, which is the super red Crocodile, being like a really powerful card. I think it's gonna push this Crocodile to another level as well. And combining with like Missile Sunday to get Dawn back, it could be really quite strong. I want to put it at, and this may be like it's like a low A high B, but I'm gonna put it at A because I want it beside Doflamingo as well. I think this has the potential to be a strong leader in this next format for OP-04. Just like depends on your playstyle. I guess if you want to lean more towards purple, lean more towards yellow. Yellow has a lot of like trigger cards that you can have. Once we see like I guess how yellow and purple works, then maybe it can become like a solid deck on its own. So I'll put it at A first, but it can easily go down to B. But what do you think? Where's your stand on that? Because Crocodile is your man after all.
Yeah, I do share the same sentiment as you. This Crocodile can be in either A or B for me, but I want to put him beside Doffy, so it will be at A tier, just below Doffy, just because purple, because of the new Crocodile, which allows you to heal one when you play him down, and then pairing it with Katakuri, which allows you to heal another one, and essentially it's tons of healing. And then using its effect, when you minus a Dawn, you get to stand one back, meaning if you have an Film Uta, so on block rest a cost 5 or lower by returning one Dawn, essentially you're getting one Dawn back, and then it allows you to play your Hollow Breath for one Dawn. And yeah, overall I think it's a strong leader because of the strong recovery due to the new Crocodile.
Yeah, I think, like what you mentioned, Katakuri, you can't play any, I mean, you can play 7 cost Big Mom, but you can't play the 10 cost, but like those top ends, very powerful, maybe even sneak in, I don't know what, like Kings could be played in this color as well. So like top end, you have a lot of options to choose from, and then you can, defensively, you can play Bolo Breath, the new 1 cost event from the Yamato starter deck could be interesting as well.
Right. Yeah,
because it is a multicolored leader. I mean, it starts at a 4 anyway. So yeah, I think I'm right there with you. A for, and I'm glad like the 2 major villains from this set, Dressrosa and Alabasta, deservedly so. A tier.
the healing is really strong. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You have Katakuri, you have 7 cost Mom, and then you have access to the new Crocodile. It's just healing after healing. Yeah,
and it's not even like okay, 7 cost Big Mom is like conditional healing, right? I mean, or like okay, if your opponent lets you heal, then you heal. 10 cost Big Mom is like straight up just heal, but it's 10. But this is just -2 and you get free life, and it's really that like -2 is not a setback at all for like Crocodile, because you can get it back like really easily,
and you can do it again next turn.
Yeah, imagine back to back. Whew. Oh, I can't wait to see that.
And then if you have all Sunday on the field, you can just Katakuri it back into your life. And it's just infinite healing.
Oh man, that's so good. Can't wait for Miss All Sunday, man.
Okay, next will be a leader that I'm waiting for, that I'm really excited for, which is Rebecca for Dressrosa.
Okay, go ahead and take it, man. Because this is I know you've been talking about Rebecca for a long while, because we test together as well. So Rebecca.
Okay, I've been waiting for this blue-black combination since OP-01. It has a really strong potential, lowering cost and then bottom decking or returning it back to hand. But because it can't attack, similar to Vivi, I'm actually going to put it at C tier for now. So, as of the cards that were revealed recently, it looks okay, but losing 1 attack again like Vivi, it's not really good. And the ability is a little restrictive, only allowing you to get Dressrosa cards, meaning it's tough for you to build a blue-black good stuff deck, meaning just play all the best blue and black stuff. However, the effect is not bad. Allows you to search your top 2 every turn with just 1 Dawn, meaning on your turn 1, if you have no play, you can essentially draw 1. But again, it's restrictive in the sense you need to have 6 or less cards, and you can only pull Dressrosa cards from the 2 cards. And as of right now, I believe the only boss monster they have would be the 7-cost Luffy. And
Right.
yeah, and the deck seems to be really controlly and more counteractive instead of being more aggressive. It's more defensive. Yeah, so for that, as of right now, I'll put it at C.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm gonna put it at a B because I don't want, I don't think any of them are C or D tier, but it's a low B for me for the same reasons that you said, like can't attack, 1 missing attack per turn, and yeah, it's restricted to Dressrosa cards for the ability. But to me, I think paying 1 to draw 1 in any leader, it's really powerful. Of course, you can always like whiff and miss because you're only looking at 2 cards, but if you get a card every turn with like Rebecca's ability at the late game, I think it's gonna be really quite good. And then yeah, like what you mentioned, right now the only kind of payoff is the super rare Luffy from OP-04. It's a really great card for a finisher, and Rebecca does kind of synergize with it because it fuels the trash as well. But yeah, whether it's enough for it to kind of push it over to like A or S tier, I don't see it just yet as well. But I do think that its ability is strong enough that it can have its own spot at B. Yeah, color combination wise, you know, reduce something with black's ability and then like return to blue, you know, it could work that way. And we have more event cards coming our way that could you know, work well with both colors, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like Sabo was really strong, Sabo, Borsellino, but at that point, like, why won't you just play like straight mono black or something if it kind of makes sense? But yeah, B for me, Rebecca, B tier. Excited to see like if it can push to like A or even S tier. Not sure if it's like a fan favorite for a lot of people as well as, I mean, compared to like Crocodile, you know, Doflamingo and Vivi. Not talking about Queen, but yeah, Rebecca, I think it's a decent leader enough. B tier is where I'll put her at.
Actually, now looking back at my tier list, I want to move Queen up to B tier only because I don't want Queen to be in the same rank as Vivi and Rebecca. So I'll push Queen up to B and then I'll leave Vivi and Rebecca in C.
Oh, poor waifus.
Yeah, but I'll definitely be playing Rebecca on day 1, 100%.
Oh, nice. I'll play Vivi then, so we can have a match.
Okay, and then after that we can like re-evaluate our tier list somewhere down the road.
Yeah. What if it's at D after we try it out?
Oh, that would be sad. I will still play because my love for Dressrosa.
Oh, there we go.
Still play.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, we have our last leader. I think everyone's been talking a lot and seeing a lot of potential, and that is Issho.
Yes, Issho.
Okay, so maybe I'll start with Issho. Issho is a straight S tier for me. I think its effect is really strong, being able to restand something for 1 Dawn, and then by attaching a Dawn, minus all of your opponent's character cost by 1. It's really powerful. Black has a lot of strong blockers in both Sardino and Fukro, and then green's blockers, as you all know, we have 7 cost Skate and even Law, 5 cost Law. So I think this deck will be really strong defensively, and at the same time it has synergy with Navy. As we all know, green has this X Drake which boosts all Navy cards, so I think it pairs well. And then what else? We have strong events like
very strong
Impact
Fang
Wave, Impact
Gibson.
Wave, yeah. And then there's this interesting combination. There's this one black event, 1 cost. I forgot its name, but I will put it on screen. So, during battle, one of your character cannot be KO for this battle, and when you pair it with 8 cost kit, so one of your opponent's attack is not going to kill your kit, so it survives 1 battle for just 1 Dawn. So I think that's really strong, and you can even attack using your Law or your Borsellino, and then paying 1 Dawn to reactivate at the end of the turn. So I think it's a really strong effect.
Yeah, 100%. Oh man, that event card you mentioned, yeah, I forgot something like Yakitani Jewel or something. And
it's Jewel something.
Jewel something, right? Yeah. And yeah, that's Eustace Kid's gonna make a comeback, but I'm with you, man. Like, Issho is straight up S tier. Like, when I saw it for the first time, I think the community went a little bit crazy. Just like, it doesn't even need the Dawn 1 give everything -1. Like, just that second ability alone slapped on this leader is like enough to make it like super powerful. Like, Trafalgar Law kind of powerful. Okay, Trafalgar Law is slightly better, I think, like ability wise, because it's just like insane value. But like, this is just like, defensively, it's a great leader. Yeah, you can attack with your Trafalgar Law, and one of the great like cards that kind of pair well with the second ability of Issho is shoot, what's his name? Oh man, what? I'm blanking. It's a Dawn 1. You can like, once it does battle, withstand it. What's it? Shit.
Hawkins,
yeah, there we go. Sorry, I was just like brain fart. Yeah. So like, you can attack, and then like, you want to clear a character, your opponent counters it, maybe it withstands and attack again, and then maybe your opponent counters out of it, but then you don't want your Hawkins to be destroyed. You can just use Bisho's ability and then withstand it, so it's safe. I mean, outside of effects or like event cards or whatever, but it's still a really great card to just withstand something you don't want to be KO'd by battle, or withstanding a blocker that you have attacked with. I think, and then the combination between like green and black, like what you said, like the navy, there's a little navy synergy flowing through green and black in the form of X-Drake, really powerful. And yeah, we don't have any like SRs specifically for navy archetype in OP-04, but I'm sure there's a lot of like events around that's gonna like really make Issho really good. Like, even the 8-cost Issho from OP-03 to like, you know, just disrupt the hand. It's a very control-y deck, and people who like the control archetype will really like Issho. And it's just putting the great cards of black and green together in one deck, and like, it's a menace. This deck is gonna be a menace for sure, and I'm not excited to play against it. Sorry, go ahead.
It's interesting that you mentioned that Navy didn't get any SR cards, but we did get Sabo. Well, I think I did mention briefly on Twitter where Sabo paired with 8-cost kit is gonna be a monster to deal with.
Oh, 100%.
Because Sabo, yeah, cannot be KO. Your characters cannot be KO by effects until your next turn. So there's no jet pistoling your opponent's cost kit. You have to run into it. Then if let's say you run into the kit and then your opponent and you happen to have that jewel event card, so it's staying there for much longer.
It's so good. And like, Sabo himself can block, and then now you have like Fukuro, you got Sabo, and then you got Borsalino, all like very annoying blockers to deal with. And then you just put in like the top end. You can even put like Doflamingo 10-cost super rare in this deck as well as a top end. Just straight gas, man. This black and green, really powerful. Issho, I think it could be like a good S tier. Maybe even like, maybe we're wrong. Maybe like Doflamingo is the S tier deck, and this is actually the A tier deck. But as of now, I think just because of that one ability alone, we'll put it at S tier.
Yeah, and it's not restrictive, unlike the blue and black deck. You can build any way you like. The green and black combination, it can be pure black or even pure green. So it doesn't force you to play navy cards specifically. You can just use all the good green cards or even all the good black cards in combination.
Yeah, green, black, good stuff. Here we go. OP-04 menace.
Okay, and with that, that is our ranking for the OP-04 leaders. Overall, what do you think of the leaders for this set? Do you have any final words to say before we end the video?
I'm really happy that they have kind of like showing more love to the multicolored leaders, especially for this set where we only have 6 leaders. Yeah, I think having multicolored leaders leads to more interesting deck building, more interesting like different gameplay. Not like, you know, we're all playing like Zorro or playing like Trafalgar Law or something.
Monocolored.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure, I'll still play yellow because I still like yellow, but now I can play purple and yellow, or blue or yellow. I can Perona into 7-cost Big Mom and hopefully get the card that I want. Sorry, that was a motorbike. Yeah, I think these leaders very, very powerful. I kind of wish that they. We haven't seen the alternate arts yet, but I hope they go back to the big face one because I would like a big face Vivi on a card. But if they still choose the OP-03 stylings, then still acceptable. I'll still collect all of them. Yeah, are you gonna get a AA Rebecca on like day one?
Definitely AA Rebecca on day one, and then next will be an AA Doffy.
Yeah, there we go, 100%.
Okay. Also, what something interesting that I noticed is we don't have a king level leader in this set. All leaders seems playable and
I'll just be
has
like
potential to do well.
king level.
So
Yeah.
there's nothing in D. There's nothing in D tier for us right now, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like, for example, like if you compare like Vivi and Rebecca to something like Iceberg, and Iceberg is straight D right now, but because people know how to play around the like because you got a Dawn -1 and you bring out something that's 5 cost, if you get rid of it, then like Iceberg's just like behind. But with Rebecca and Vivi, like you can just play as per normal, you just don't have an additional attack. So still, so that there's no D leaders here. I think all of them are strong. We might be wrong, like maybe like comes out them like, oh shoot, actually Rebecca or Vivi's not that strong. But I really don't think that's the case. I think they are strong enough to stand on their own.
So we might put up an updated tier list maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the new format. But for now, thank you for watching the video. So do consider subscribing to both of our channels, and also check out the OP-03 leader tier list that we did together over on Ashraf's channel. I'll include the link in the description. And once again, I would like to thank Ashraf for being in this video with me. And once again, thank you for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next one.